Hi and welcome back. Hola from Phoenix, Arizona. It is Priestess Melissa here with you again today for our Solstice Saturday messages. We're going to get our Goddess Oracle cards out here today, guys, and see what the Soul Sisters have to say to us for our messages today. How are you doing? How is everybody feeling out there today? What do you got going on? It's the weekend. I've been out doing a lot right now myself. Sorry I was running late, but I did have a gift to get together for my oldest daughter. She will be turning 28, believe it or not, very soon. So shout out to Ashley. Happy birthday coming up. Celebrate and enjoy. Looking forward to all that you are going to do in the next year to come and the rest of your life. So awesome and wonderful. All right, guys. But anyway, that's why I was running late today, so my apologies. Now, I know for one, sorry about this, one guy right here just really wants to stick out. I don't know what that's all about. All right, I think we got it under control now. But anyway, so I really have a lot on my plate. So after I get done here with this reading today, I'm actually going to be working on my website. I am getting so much response, if you will, interest in the Forties vinegar and oil, guys. So now I'm going to have a way for people to be able to just order it. And, you know, I won't have to put all the messages up, and I'll have a website you can just go right to and get whatever it is that you need. I just got a whole bunch of orders in as well. Well, I'm starting to get orders on the batches that are going to be ready and are coming up, guys. So remember now, go ahead and pay for your order, because once you do that, that secures your order. This is really going to help you to be able to stay well through the cold, flu, COVID, and allergy season, guys. I have everything organic in this vinegar. It is medicinal. It is amazing. It will help you to stay healthy and strong regardless of what you may come up against. All right, guys, this is awesome. Ooh, yes, new moon energies. Now, is it in Scorpio, Jeffrey? I believe it is. Is that right? Remind me if I'm right. Scorpio is some very strong energy, and I've been getting a lot of messages about the endings and beginnings. Even in the Fae messages yesterday, if we recall, we had that a cry for nature, you know, so it's kind of like, yeah, indeed, in Scorpio. Thank you. I was pretty sure that I was right, but I felt a lot of this too coming through, you know, especially as we're making these changes to go into new aspects of our lives. You know, we really do have to look at what things have been holding us back. So very important and key to be aware of. And whatever we're getting those hits and intuitions that might be, those are the things that we really need to pay attention to and look more into, right? So let me just go ahead and bring the energies in now, and we'll see what the goddess has to say. Thanks, Jeffrey, for joining too, and blessings to everyone here today. Let's see what the goddess has to say, the soul sisters, for our messages today. Honoring you this day and always, to the ancient wise ones who had been through these trials and tribulations and have much wisdom to impart to us as we move forward in our own journeys of becoming gods and goddesses. Tapping into this energy now, setting my ego to the outside. Your will, divine grace, come through now. Come through me. I am an open vessel for you. I honor you. So it is. So it is. So it is. Be an open vessel. Yeah, definitely, right? So we have to empty out that vessel if it's full of things that aren't serving us. So what is it that we could perhaps empty out more of or understand at a deeper level to help us to be able to do so? That's what I'm hoping will come through here today in these messages. So I'm just going to meditate on the cards for a moment. Let me know if you know enjoy the background music. I did have some advice to put that into the background just to add more ambiance. So let me know if you enjoy that. All right. Definitely. Whew. Different energies, some strong, but definitely overall I feel this need and desire for us to move more into this calmness. Scorpio energy is really strong. I have a Scorpio daughter. Like I said, I was shopping for her, so I just sent out a gift for her today. But that energy in and of itself is very strong, especially when, my Venus, is in Scorpio, you know what I mean? So I face a lot of tough energy in relation to heart energy and love and relationships, and so it's very interesting to see the both ends of the pendulum, how wonderful it can feel, love and things like that, right? We all can appreciate that, but then also like the endings and how painful that can be, and even making those tough choices, you know what I mean, in those respects, in those areas of our life. Not even when it comes to, this came out last week actually, this go outside energy. That's very interesting. I'm going to pull another card because I just want to see if something else. Now we do have this new moon energy like we were just talking about. So maybe that is coming up because going outside can really help us to tap into those energies. It's the dark moon, right? The new moon. So this is like really tapping into all of that Scorpio energy as well. It's like the darkest before the dawn, before it starts waxing again to the full moon, right? And starts really revealing and unveiling what it is that we need to know. Ooh. I feel like this is inner child type of energy. It's like whether we're guiding small children or we're guiding ourselves, you know what I mean? It's like making those choices like I was just talking about. It's like parenting ourselves. We have to be able to help ourselves to do what is necessary to move through these phases of our lives, right? And we know that the butterfly also is about the endings and beginnings and things of that nature. Grounding on fresh cut grass, priceless. Yeah, absolutely. Grounding, earthing, they call it, and connecting with the new moon could really, help us, especially getting into that meditative space, right? Getting back into that maybe even childlike type of energy space, since it is got this child energy coming out here, you know what I mean? I feel like this is tying everything together with it being in the middle. Going outside, feeling that freedom, just allowing ourselves to release like maybe all of the things that we feel are weighing us down, you know what I mean? And really come to a place where maybe we have a ceremony of sorts. We're doing the dancing and perhaps chanting or whatever it is, saging, there can be so many different things that we can do. And of course, take your salt baths. Those are amazing and so helpful. And that is when the veil is thinner between those, in those moon phases, right? So this is about planting our seeds. And since we're tilling that ground, if you will, and we're getting those things out, and then since we're talking about going outside, right? So it's about tilling our soil of ourselves. What do we need to do to be able to really tap back into that childlike energy that helps us to feel happy and, that wonderment for life and being able to move forward, right? To transform, to know. See, when we were kids, it was easier for us to accept that everything doesn't necessarily go our way or whatever. We didn't take it so hard, and we were able to move forward and we still stayed happy. We didn't let these challenges in life or people who, partners or losing our a job or whatever feels important to us that is a loss, you know what I mean, or comes to a loss, and then having to move into something new. And perhaps it was in a situation to where you weren't ready to do that, you weren't ready to go into a new situation. And maybe because this did come out in reverse initially, and so did the go outside energy. So not connecting with ourselves, not doing that work, not being the parent to the child, being kind, but also, that tough love and being that intercessor between the two, you know, because you are the adult now, but you do still need to give validation to your emotions and feelings, what it is that will truly bring happiness in your own life, right? And so, and allow you to move forward. Absolutely. So the inner goddess with Aphrodite is talking all about, her message says, awaken to the goddess within you through dance. Ooh, I was talking about that. And that absolutely could be something with this being this nighttime energy with the dove there, you know, bringing that peacefulness, that beauty, helping us to really feel. Because when you dance and things of that nature, right, there is a process of releasing of endorphins, you know, and releasing endorphins does help us to feel better. And that's why when we can find different things that help us to tap into that lighter energy, that childlike energy, right? Like dance, watching things that make us laugh, you know, we need to distract ourselves just like we would teach a child to do, right? But we may have either not been taught that ourselves or realized the importance of doing that, you know, as an adult is just as important. It's you know, not okay to throw temper tantrums as an adult, right? It doesn't look good either. So it's like really finding those ways that we can love ourselves, right? So dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity, right? So appreciating your body in general and things like that. You know, treating it as a temple, treating yourself as a kingdom. So you're the king, you're the queen. So how does a king or a queen treat themselves? Well, they take care of their bodies. They eat good foods. They make sure that their complexion is nice. That, you know, as a woman, they'll put makeup on, perhaps. You don't have to put makeup on, but just saying you find ways to help exemplify, even putting like jewels on yourself, you know, even putting nice clothing on, whatever makes you feel good, but helps you to shine through that more feminine nature, or that, you know, nature of I feel confident and good and maybe even a little sexy in my own skin, right? But I feel myself. This dove is like that peacefulness coming to that space, right? So what do we need to transform? Again, it really feels like this energy of really planting those seeds for what we want, you know, and not necessarily what we feel we should be. I think sometimes, you know, like we don't put enough emphasis on sitting and thinking about what would really make us happy, you know, while still handling our responsibilities, say, as an adult, but still being able to have fun like a child, because you got to have that play and work aspect to things, right? So I will say here, the go outside card says you have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. From a physiological perspective, there's a lot with that, from photosynthesis with the sun, from negative ions and being able to take in more oxygen into your body. And again, that endorphin release, you know, it just really helps you to feel better overall. The Damara Guiding Children says you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. But again, I said I felt like that could also be, you know, if it's not a big brother, big sister situation or your own child, then it could be your own inner child that you're doing this healing with. And then Butterfly Maiden with Transformation says you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. But also when we're going through challenging things, right, a child or not, we need to have that compassion with ourselves and the emotions that we may be experiencing and going through as we're making these changes, right? So let's get some cards on the situation just to see what the tarot is saying to us around all of this energy. What do you think about the message so far? I like it. And it's got the moon on her forehead too. It's a crescent moon. And definitely what was interesting is I've been seeing that the past few days, and you could really see like the outline of the whole moon, you know. I don't know if you've noticed that, but here I did notice that. Sorry guys, my shirt keeps falling down. My apologies. All right. So going outside, being childlike, having fun, tapping back into that energy, because that honestly is really what's going to help you to tap into that magician energy that you want to tap into to make things happen in your life. You know, it's like tapping into that fairy or that Pan energy when we think of Peter Pan, and, you know, that that bringing over of the magical aspect of things into the adult life, or the adult reality aspect of things. How we can tap into that energy and not necessarily be childlike with it, but use it in good ways, right? Using our power in good ways. So how can we do that today, right? And have these great transformations that we really want to see in our lives. Yeah. Whew. Deceptive energy on the bottom. What's that all about? Yeah, we're going to have to see what all comes out with all of that. Resonates completely. Releasing the old energy and focus on self-love and treating the inner child. Absolutely. Yeah. We have to take time for ourselves. You know, like I try to take time for myself, like even throughout my day, because I have a very high intensity job. I scrub in neurosurgery, you know, so I deal with some very, well, and we teach too. So it's a teaching facility. It's a 7-year program. So anyway, we have doctors, you know, the next generation that are being trained and whatnot, but high intensity energy and things like that. So it gives me a lot of opportunity to put all of this stuff into play, trust me on that. So sometimes I have to work a little harder than others, and sometimes I don't quite hit the mark, but you know, I always keep trying, and I see progress all the time, and that's what's important. You know, give yourself a pat on the back for sure, regardless. And don't beat yourself up when you don't always, you know, don't always, you know, do exactly the perfect thing, right? Okay, so let's see what we got here. Knight of Wands in reverse. Wow. Whew. So that's some energy of just not feeling motivated for sure. You know, I feel like the energy is definitely been in the tank for sure. The need for that is moving to these calmer waters, right? So this is talking about, I've heard this called the water Uber. So, you know, the emotional aspect of, and also, you know, moving from this imbalance that has happened usually within love, you know, within a relationship. And I feel like this is a situation that has taken a toll on us. And I'm really starting to feel like this 7 of Swords energy on the bottom is likely due to whatever person that this is related to. Because I feel like it was a person already coming out here, probably, you know, again, with this moving to the calmer water situation, it usually indicates a separation, you know, from a relationship, if you will. There's a child there. And it's kind of like taking all that wisdom and, you know, just doing your best to move forward and, yeah, as unscathed as possible. Absolutely. And then look what comes out in the headspace, this Union card. Yeah, so definitely I feel like this has to do with relationship aspect of things. You know, this, what's a big focus for you is having this union, whether within yourself, of course, but I think, you know, it's very important for a lot of us that may be people that may be connecting with me, and also, you know, I would like to have a relationship that is balanced, you know, with a good person and things like that too. So I think that union, it is an accomplishment if you can have that with another person, but that comes first with having that within ourselves, right? So that's definitely important to be focused on, for sure. This Page of Cups and the energy in the reverse, I just feel like that whatever this energy of this relationship was, it feels like that it never really got off to the start that it should have. And it had potential, but definitely didn't go anywhere with it being in the reverse position. There was some enlightenment that you received behind everything that happened here. This is something that, you know, you were definitely working with right now, that whole grounding aspect and the tree, you know, with him hanging in that direction like that. And I always see the way that he has his leg is like that standing tree pose, right? I always feel like this is kind of like some energy that probably put you on your head, if you will, but it was that bonk in the head that you're just like, yeah, that happened, and I guess now I gotta, you know, just, I see what I see, I know what I know, let me try to get some balance here and move forward. Yeah, Hermit in reverse in the moving into the future. Now this could be potentially not a good situation in the sense that if you haven't taken enough time, to really see the situation for what it is and, have that healing aspect with the star here, really. So the star energy itself is like a bigger aspect, like that is like your external healing manifestation aspect happening. This is your inner star and that healing aspect, right? So with it being in reverse, it could potentially indicate that maybe you're trying to move forward too quickly, or you want to move forward, but you're not doing so with all of the information that would be helpful for you to do so, or with just not having the full healing in place is really what that feels like, quite honestly. The way that we see this situation, I feel like, again, the King of Cups, either this is who this situation was about and this is what we're thinking about, or either, that we are seeing what has happened with this situation and we're more focused on our own healing, all right? So I would need to get more clarification with this card just to understand more about how you're seeing the situation, the King of Cups. If anything, I think that you're seeing that this is what your worth actually is, even if you did not receive that, from other people in the past or one particular person, in the past. Yeah, the outside energy and the way that we're seeing this, Wheel of Fortune, a new start. And this is great because, whatever has happened in the past definitely doesn't seem like it has brought much happiness, or fulfillment to you. I feel like definitely with the whole transformation energy coming out and that need to distract yourself perhaps from this situation in the, in good ways, of course. So again, we were talking about, how you can do those planting your seeds. And that's just literally intentions and having good feelings and thoughts around when you're putting those words out to the universe. And you can do this at the full moon energy time or new moon energy time tonight, At the same time, with that movement, with that dance, tapping into that, where's she at? The Aphrodite energy, right? This is really going to help you to feel that beautiful energy that you would feel like if you were already in that place of the great fortune, right? With this being in the upright, if you can tap into this energy and you can really see this coming for you, and with that 10 at the top right, really exemplifying, I would say, that endings and beginnings energy, because that's exactly what it means, that you have this ability to step into this new world, that you may not be aware of. Yeah, hi, hello there. 222. Oh, wow, interesting. Hi, Lisa. Wow, you guys, there's a lot of I do feel like there's a lot of balancing out for sure, especially with this energy, with the outside energy and how we are connecting as a collective from this reading anyway. If we can tap into this energy, great fortune will continue to spin in our favor, if you will, but it does require us to maintain our own energy in that higher vibrational state, right? And ensuring that we resurrect only those good memories. Ooh, look at that, 20. So we got a double 10 there. So this is what we need to bring forth, is all of this good blessings and news. And, this is Gabrielle blowing that horn. And look at the cross there. That's symbolizing that healing aspect, right? That everything is being resurrected from that state of death, like we were just talking about, right? Look at that. Wow. All of this death process is bringing all of this good fortune about. It's bringing it about as a result of you letting go of what it is that you need to. This can also refer to that sarcophagus state where we really retreat and really see things for what they truly are. Really release also, right? All of those negative feelings and thoughts that we have had about our past. Really releasing them, totally letting them go on this Scorpio new moon energy, right? And then what are we going to be raising from the dead? Wow, working hard, yes. towards what is going to be best for you. And I feel like what this means is that we're moving away from all of this deceptive energy. Definitely that needs to be what you move away from, because anytime that you're thinking these negative thoughts and feeling these negative feelings, meaning that you are telling yourself that it's almost like if you could see this as you telling another child what you're telling yourself, you know, like, you can't do this, you don't have the ability to, you're not smart enough, I don't think, you know, that I'm capable of love. It's like you're telling somebody else that. And would you really do that? No, you would try to build them up and help them to feel that union within themselves, right? And this is exactly what you need to feel, is that you are smart enough, beautiful enough. Don't deceive yourself, right? Because you're the one that are telling yourself these messages, and whatever you tell yourself or whatever you believe, that becomes your reality. That is your truth. So you really need to be aware of how you're moving forward, what seeds you're planting today, and just make sure that you love yourself more than anything, you know. I think that's most important. Let's get some fun affirmations out here today, just to see what we have ending on this message. How did you guys like that? Woo! I got things flying. Hang on a second. I love when they fly at me. Sometimes it's almost, well, it has hit me in the face before, which I think is funny. Oh, look at this. Magic. With the rabbit out of the hat, right? Popping out of the hat. Wow. What have you got popping out of your hat? It says, I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And through the tricks, and though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible or ordinary, I would rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine with, holy crap, that's unbelievable. Right? It depends on how you look at it. You can look at it as the greatest thing ever. And if you choose to, guess what? More and more and more of that will just keep popping up, right? Personal growth was the other one that popped out today, if you will, and think of the frog, and he hops around, right? And he's all about prosperity. So what does he say? As I move towards greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they help me to get to where I am, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. All right, so let those old things fall away, whatever they are. You know exactly what they are. Allow yourself to move into this newness. There's so much good waiting to just pop out at you. The universe is waiting to show all of its magic as you connect in those higher ways, as you do the healing. And look, as you put the work in, you're going to bring more and more abundance to you. Your life will just magically transform into something beautiful. Something beautiful. I love it. All right, guys, that was your message for today. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks so much for your likes, shares, and comments. And hey, reach out to me and reserve your 4th vinegar or oil if you want to get that on board too. I'll talk to you more soon. Love you so much. Mwah. Bye.